Don't forget to check out thecrusadercave.com for education/entertainment CPN videos presented by the Credit Crusader himself, thecrusadercave.com. Now, enjoy the show.
This week, federal prosecutors in North Texas announced a huge pandemic relief fraud bust. 18 people arrested for allegedly stealing millions from the Paycheck Protection Program aimed at helping small businesses navigate pandemic closures. Among those arrested, 47-year-old Jason Geiger, also known as Austin St. John, best known for his role as the original Red Power Ranger from the 1990s.
How's it going, guys? That's right, Crusader's back. I'm going to be talking about the SBA loans in today's video. Yeah, those PPP loans, you know, the ones that everybody committed fraud with. I mean, hell, even the Red Ranger from Power Rangers, his ass was in on it and is getting indicted for committing PPP loan fraud. And now here's the thing I want to talk about. The amount of money that the government has given out, a lot of the people that had the businesses and everything that got the loans, they haven't had to make payments. Those payments are going to be starting up right now. And a lot of people are, you know, freaking out because, oh my God, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. This is what I'm going to say about all this shit. The government never should have done that. They never should have made it so easy for people to get a ton of money and commit fraud. I mean, they basically were they dangled it in front of everybody. And of course they're going to take advantage of it. Of course they're going to try to get as much money as humanly possible, which a lot of people did. The thing I feel bad about are the people who actually went to get the loan, couldn't get it, but now they've got to deal with the ramifications of this entire mess. This is what I've learned, and I've been doing a lot of research on this. Believe it or not, a lot of the inflation that everybody's dealing with right now is a direct result from all that SBA loan money that they've handed out. I'm talking about luxury items, cars, houses.
Now, they used it to buy expensive vehicles, ATVs, and even a home in North Carolina. Now they're headed to prison for 4 years, despite the fact that Amber Brewy says she's now pregnant.
Yeah, I was really curious as to how everybody had a ton of cash to put down on a house. Yeah, they were using the PPP loan money, the SBA money, for the down payments. They weren't, I mean, I'm pretty sure that over 50% of the people who got those loans were spending it on stuff other than their business. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt. I'm going to be real. And I've been doing some research, and I've also learned that the people who came out of the woodwork, all those people who were offering services saying, oh yeah, I'll help you get the loan. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to help you do that. You got to cut me in a percentage because I know how to get it. I know how to get it. You got to go, I'll fill out the paperwork for you. The government is going after those people.
So the government is really going after the people that applied for loans for other individuals.
And they're actually holding them responsible for the amount of money that they got for all the other people. And depending on how much money they got or, you know, defrauded the government out of, that's what your sentence is going to be looking like when you go to federal prison. And people are going to prison for this. That is 1000% true. They've actually increased the statute of limitations.
Now I'm going to sign the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Fraud Statute of Limitations
on being able to prosecute people and investigate this PPP loan fraud. They extended it to 10 years. It used to just be 2, but they extended it to 10 years because they need more time to find the people that did it. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And I mean, there's a lot of people who are upset over it. They're like, oh, I just was trying to keep my business open and everything like that. It is the government's fault for closing everything down that put everybody in this mess. It's like they close everybody down. They say you can't work, but oh, here, we're going to give you all this money, but you got to pay it back. And if you don't, you go to jail. It's like unbelievable. Like, I mean, it's complete and total mess. And I feel as though that next year, 2023, we haven't seen the fallout from all this because you got to think, student loans and all these SBA loans, people haven't had to make payments. 2023 is when they're going to have to start making payments. To make matters worse, people are getting in credit card debt like crazy. I mean, the holidays right now, the vast majority of Americans are getting into credit card debt.
With everything nearly 8% more expensive than last year, shoppers like Sherry Sorrells are paying with plastic to buy gifts this holiday season.
More and more into credit card debt. That money that they had saved, if they saved any of it, that's draining. People's savings are going down, their debt is going up. So I feel as though that there is going to be a huge shit show in 2023, next year, where it's not going to be good. And that's for everything. I'm talking the economy. People are going to be losing their jobs. I think it's going to get really bad. What can they do to fix that? They handed out a bunch of money. What, are they going to forgive all the loans? They can't do that. You can't just forgive a bunch of loans and just keep going. I mean, inflation would go astronomical. I mean, most people can't afford to take their family to a grocery store. I know families, middle-class families, that are having to get on food stamps because they can't afford to feed their family. These are people that make like $100,000 a year, just so you know. And they're not eating steak and lobster. It's insane what's going on. And, I just wanted to bring to light the fact that I'm seeing these SBA loans and I'm remembering all the people that were buying a bunch of shit. It was crazy. Do you guys remember all the people that are bragging, oh, I got 100,000, I got 200,000. Some guy got $900,000 from the SBA and they haven't been having to make payments until now. They've come accustomed to it. The payment on that was it was like 30 months before you had to make payments. People aren't factoring in those loans. They're going to default. It's going to be a freaking mess. So, buckle up. It's definitely going to be a ride next year. I just want to let you guys know that this is the shit that I'm finding out. There are a lot of people who are sweating having to repay those SBA loans, and they don't know what they're going to do. And I think there's also a lot of people who are wondering if they're going to go to jail or not. So if you didn't apply for those SBA loans and you stayed away from that shit, that's one less thing you got to worry about. But for the people who did, hey man, good luck. That's all I got to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Crusader out.